This is nothing about like showing off how awesome collection I have or something like this. It's going to be only just some kind of helping video for people who might want to get this album into really good sounding pressing. Uh, the whole history of the Bathory albums is quite cult following in that, you know, all these Bathory pressings are really just the pristine prestige, you know, ownership to have the first pressings of the albums. Yeah, you have like, I don't know, like here the return. I mean, yeah, like collectors will beg my head for it because I have such a marks, you know, on the cover. But you know, the record itself plays beautifully and the sound of it is just amazing. The same as also I'm happy that, you know, have the inner sleeve, you know, and also the front is the lyrics. So it is quite hard. It is quite hard to find really good for reasonable price. You know, especially also this album, or because the famous holy grail of the collectors and whatsoever is like also, you know, the debut album, which as you can see I don't have the first press because it had the hairline, and also on the back, for example, like there's not this even on DM it is written here, but here is actually this mark, something from I don't know if it's from a pressing plant or it is from a record company. It's all about the music, but also the pressings nowadays go extremely high because of the authenticity of the album, of the pressing, and also about the sound quality. So I mean, if you have the original 80s pressing, you're pretty lucky. You're pretty lucky one to have this. This is not reissue, remaster. This is not the Black Mark production, 2003. This is original, or we'd say early UK pressing of the album, as you can see under the One Flag label. From what I can tell you, that first and foremost, I have to warn you that this record, and in mint condition, is not cheap. You're not going to find it on cheap. As you can see on the material, for example, itself, like you can see the thickness of the material, which is wonderfully made, wonderfully made. Considering the age and technology they had at the time, it's really good color quality. It had a flag 11 street number of the record company, and also where it was actually manufactured. As you can see on the back, there is a famous goat, and also it had a misspelling. Instead of E, it should be U, like nocturnal obeisance. Sign of the Black Mark Bathory, and here should be also the catalog number. Here's like the famous Elizabeth Bathory, and also on the back there is lyrics from the older songs. And for example, like if you have the later pressings of this album, I mean the lyrics and the credits, everything is put on one side. It look really disgusting to my from my point of view. See, the material of the inner sleeve is pretty good. It's really soft. For example, if you hold it in your hands, it feels really soft. Then you have the vinyl itself, which is the most important part of the pressing. So, as you can see, it's not the, you know, the mint condition copy, but it is playable and it plays wonderfully. I mean, here you have the second side, Enter the Internal Fire, Chariots of Fire, 13 Candles of Doom, and on the front, Eternal Obeisance, Massacre, Woman of the Dark Desires, Call from the Grave, Acrimant Thorn. It's really wonderful, wonderful sounding album. What should give you a hint if you're going to look for the copy, and if you were able to hold it in your hands, and you will be able to hold the vinyl itself in your hands, look at the matrix numbers. If you're going to find on eBay someone who is selling this album, really be careful when you're going to buy it, and before anything committing yourself to buy it, ask the seller about the matrix numbers. Ask the seller to send you sharp photos of the vinyl to see if the vinyl is not warped. You know, if the vinyl is not warped, if there is no scratches on the vinyl. My only complaint is that back then with no internet, I mean, it was really hard to get the people play on, to get really skilled musicians played on the album. I mean, it was the album where their the really long-serving drummer Stefan Larsson left the band because he had a day job and he couldn't just be at the two places at the same time. And also there was some, I don't know, directional differences between Corthon or Thomas and Stefan. He get this young drummer, which I can't remember, I will only just put it into video, where he played on the drums, but for example on the site, on Wikipedia for example, which I could believe, this is a reliable source, that you know Corthon actually just played the drums on this album, but I from what I hear on this record, I doubly say there was some drum machine and there was a Corthon playing on the album, because drum machine is definitely on the Blood, Fire, Death, but not on this album. Not on this album. I'm going to put down in the description a couple of links where you can find the pressings on Discog or different sites, and also going to put one channel, another YouTube channel, and he is really just the record collector and listener. More than 35 years, I think. He had all these bestial pressings of the Creator, from Possessed to Bathory. He had a Devastation, he had Ed War, he had Tank, and so thank you guys and ladies for watching this video. I hope you will find it useful. Take care.